Yeah, we'll see. I've played Bant Charm in previous iterations of this deck, and it always felt kind of clunky. So we'll see how it feels today. This is so I've played this archetype and iterated on a little bit. This is a viewer submitted configuration of this deck. Like most of the decks we play. This hand's fine, right? Morning, Dare. Alright, well, we got our Alliance in the opener. Being on the draw is a little bit bad for us here, though. Do I just... I think I'm actually going to play this Sunpetal Grove and then discard this Flooded Strand to hand size here. I think I want to just minimize the amount of damage I'm taking from my lands here. Barbershops dying would be one of the greatest upsides to banning Ancient Stirrings. Ancient Stirrings goes into almost every deck that I hate, so if they banned it, it would be like Christmas. It would be like Christmas morning. Alright, Steve-O. Your people need you, Steve. Go to them. Awesome Savage. Yeah, that deck was sweet. I really like that build. I really like that build. Morning, Marky. Oh, we just throw like, what is their mana doing? They just threw 2 more Rift Bolts under the table. It's the 18th in Australia. Are you excited? Of course. I think I just don't even sack this here, right? I'm not ramping into anything just yet. Yeah, I'm just not even going to sack this. It's like going to hold this Goblin Pooper at bay for another turn. So we're going to 11, we're going to 5, we're going to 3, we're dead. I assume maybe I should have just Blessed Alliance this turn. Maybe I was supposed to get the land and then have Mana Leak plus this up, but I didn't have the Mana Leak. The 2 decks. We've 5-0'd with Hallowed One, Possibility Storm, and Blue-Black Fairies. We've 5-0'd with a bunch of things recently. We are stockpiling tickets currently. Got so many chesties. This is a matchup where having Tireless Tracker instead of Courser Crew Fakes in our main deck definitely hurts. Not that we had Tracker here, but like that's a card post board that gives us a little bit of breathing room. Ruined Halo here. This is probably a Celestial Purge matchup. Verdicts and Termini out. Yeah, Burns, we've talked about this on stream before too. Like Burn is essentially unbeatable when they only draw 3 lands. It's just how it goes. Need 1 more trim here. Cryptic Command's probably a little clunky. Let's do it. Morning, Nivik. You cut a Teferi. I don't know. I feel like I need ways to like end the game, and Teferi helps me find those. I'm gonna keep this. Need another land, but seems pretty okay. This build also cut the Explorers, which I'm not sure if I'm a fan of. Like, if these Snapcaster Mages had been Explorers, both these hands would be better. I found a Steve. It's a good hit. If this was a Courser, we'd be in an insane spot next turn. It's in a very good position. We do have Alliance, Snap Alliance, though, so that's worth noting. I hope so. I hope that they finally kill Ancient Stirrings. That would be nice. Stirring, like, Mox Opal's been living on borrowed time for how long now? Forever. It's also possible this archetype in general just, like, wants more lands. Although Courser is a card that helps you find more lands while playing less of them, which is nice. But it's very possible that this deck just, like, wants 24 to 25 lands. We're about to Bant Charm the shit out of whatever they cast here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, give it to me. 3 mana Dispel. Got him. I hope they ban Restoration Angel. How does that feel? Well, Restoration Angel is a medium minus card. Ancient Stirrings is probably one of the best cards in Modern. Maybe we shouldn't play Owling Mine today. I was gonna play Owling Mine today, but like our last like 3 leagues we've played against burn like 6 times. It's just so much burn. Grapple, thanks for the 2-month resub. I appreciate it. Welcome back. What an interesting and low variance game. And remember, we only have our 3rd land this game because we drew Sakura-Tribe Elder. We kept a 2-lander and actually haven't drawn a land. Alright. We got that going for us, I guess. Sure, Mox is much more degenerate than Stirrings. There's a difference between degeneracy and power level, though, in my mind. Does the rule not run inverse? We drew exactly 3, right? We are unfortunately not the burn deck. Having exactly 3 lands is not what we want. I mean, like, they kind of have a precedent of, like, banning Chrome Mox and banning Rite of Flame and stuff like that. And, like, Mox Opal's on the same level as those cards, by and large. Brewing a mono-white deck that currently stands will always win and never lose against creature-based decks. I'm just gonna go on record that anybody who thinks their deck can always win and never lose against a given thing, probably, here's my piece of advice. If you think your matchup is 100% against anything, you haven't played enough Magic. That's my... You brought in Path to Exile. Well, God bless you. God bless you, opponent. It's a good one. Alright, we're gonna Rune Halo the Shrine of Burning Rage. I'll take protection from you, please. Actually, Barbershops has a pretty bad matchup against Kiki Cord. The average Kiki Cord deck is constructed to have pretty good matchups against Artifact decks, because I hate losing to Artifact decks, and a lot of people just take my Kiki Cord lists. Or ones that I've worked on, or like start with my base. I have mad respect for decks that lean on Artifact stuff, because I hate losing to them. It's possible I should hold up Snap Alliance / Leak here, but I really feel like I just need to like get more mana going. I mean, I think most people over sideboard when playing decks like Burn. Why would I get a Plains from the Path? Why do I need a third white source? I think I need a fourth blue source for my Cryptic Commands way more than I need a third white source. Like, now that I have four islands, I'll probably get a third Plains, but like a third Plains is less important than a fourth what's it called, I think. I don't think that they're never gonna do that, Grapple. The modern is a turn 4 format is a fucking lie that we tell children so they can sleep at night. The modern is a turn 4 format hasn't been a thing that's been enforced in years. It's just this idea that we tell people so they can have something to complain about when they die on turn 3. Because guess what? You die on turn 3 a fucking lot in this format. Burn. Good, honest burn deck. This deck has plenty of draws that kills you on turn 3. Like, that's just how the format is. Wizards has a pretty good precedent set of like, I think I'm going to upkeep Snap Alliance here. And then if they Skullcrack me, I can untap and play Obstinate Baloth. If they cast anything during my end step, like a 2-mana spell, I'll Snap Alliance in response to that. Maybe I'll just Snap Leak, actually, if they cast a 1-mana spell. Yeah, I'll probably just Snap Link. Yeah, I'm just going to Snap Leak this, because if I draw another Snap later, that can Snap Alliance. I've not played Slay the Spire. I really don't play many non-Magic games. I can play a little bit of Hex and a little bit of Hearthstone, and that's about it. That's all I've got time for. My buddy bet me every single one of 100 Kaladesh forests that I love. You know, that I can't go positive with a chord. What pile should I take? I don't know. They're all kind of medium. I think Team Urkiki is the least medium of them. Why would Jeskai suffer from a Stirring Span? What part of a Stirring Span makes Jeskai suffer? Can you articulate yourself there? I think Tron will survive a Stirring Span just like it survived an Eye ban. People thought Tron was dead when they banned Eye of Ugin. Look how that turned out. I think I'm taking an extra turn here. Yeah. In the words of a great poet, let's do the time warp again. I don't know. I can't predict the future. I haven't tested Tron without Ancient Stirrings. I would put the work in. I'm not one of those Magic players who likes to pretend I can know things without doing the work. I would say if I was interested in playing Tron without Ancient Stirrings, I would put in the work and try and figure it out. And honestly, that's probably just what we want for Tron, right? Like, it could be a fine deck in the format if it just had turn 3 Karn, I don't know, 20% less. Like, can't just be like, it assembled Tron, reassembled Tron slightly less quickly. Like, that's all we want out of life, right? Like, I don't want people to lose their toys. Modern's a sweet format where people get to play with toys that they love. I just want to, you know, be able to sleep at night and not dream of dying to turn whatever Karns. It's just, they're terrifying. All right, so I'm gonna gain 4 here in response to this. I'll end up at 8 at the end when all's said and done here. And there's a reason why on this stream that we refer to Eldrazi Tron as bad Tron, right? Like, it's not that the deck's unplayable, it's just that, like, what Eldrazi Tron does is far easier to interact with for mid-range decks. Because it's not turn 3 cards, it's not turn 3 Wormcoils. Like, the creatures that they are putting into play are easier to interact with consistently. An Amulet Titan Survivor Stirring's ban. Probably. It probably just gets a little bit slower again, because it needs to, what's it called? It needs to play, don't have another Skullcrack. Don't have another Skullcrack. We need to play, like, blue cantrips instead. I think Croc-Clan Ironworks is one of the many obnoxious offensive things that's currently legal in Modern. I think singling out Ironworks is unfair, because there are lots of obnoxious offensive things that people do in Modern. I think the deck's very good, and Matt Nass is a very good Magic player. Exquisite Firecraft. Yep. There's a true statement. Matt Nass is unbalanced and should be banned in Modern. It's not, for the sake of competitive diversity, Matt Nass has been banned in Modern. Oh god, there's the real fix. There's the fix for the format. KCI is fine, Matt Nass is not. Gotta knock him down a peg. Coma Cake, thanks for the 4-month resubscription. I appreciate the 30-year. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed. In an effort to allow someone else to win a Grand Prix, Matt Nass is no longer allowed to play. I got Bant Charm to kill the shrine. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, this is a hand of cards that we're gonna keep. Oh, I got you, Coma Cake. I got you. Always aim to please. Our opponent mulliganed to 5 and kept a note. So you're saying there's a chance. That's all I need. All I need is a chance. Oh no. Oh no, they drew the land right away. Opponent, you're supposed to brick and die. I needed this so much more than you, opponent. Couldn't you just brick and die? Didn't you just want to brick and die for me? I'm going bottom here. Kinda Ocean. There's a deck having a low floor doesn't automatically mean it's good for the format. If the power level at the top of the deck is too high, it's still like, that's why we banned Summer Bloom, right? Like, Summer Bloom wasn't an easy deck that everybody picked up. It was just obnoxiously powerful when you knew what to do with it. It didn't really create, you know, balanced games of Magic. The reason why Modern is a great format is because there's a lot of decks that are very similar in power level to each other that people can play. So, like, if a deck like Ironworks is much better than everything else, but it takes a while to get used to playing, eventually enough people are going to pick it up and get good with it that it's going to run circles around people consistently. Thanks, Chuck. Good morning. I think I'm cashing in the Snapcaster Mage as a gain 3. I think draw card, gain 3 health. Health is a card I'm interested in casting against Burn. They had a Rift Bolt suspended Dimir Spy, and even if they didn't, there was no way Nissa was blocking. It's actual 0%, close to 0%, pretty much 0%. Alright, I think I'm just gonna hold up counter spells this turn. Like next turn we'll play Teferi plus to hold a counterspell. Actually, I might Teferi tuck this. We'll see. What are my streaming plans for tomorrow? I'm streaming from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. like I do most Mondays. What if we leaked your mana? Does Ironworks have a theoretical turn 2 kill? Ironworks does have a turn 2 kill theoretically, right? I feel like there's a theoretical turn 2 Ironworks kill. Maybe I'm forgetting. Maybe I'm misremembering. Could someone correct me if I'm wrong? Sure, but it's possible. Like, Summerbloom didn't kill on turn 2 every game either. It just, like, occasionally did. Yeah, because Moxulp was a fucked up degenerate card. It is obnoxious. It's living on borrowed time. All right, we're going to have a split second of Hogland does social media. You got ready for zero sympathy? Finished 12-3 with Pyromancer, missed top 32 by 0.005%. The fact that I got $250 for finishing 34 to 28% term is kind of sad. They knew what they were getting into when they signed up. GPs continue to be massive without more prize support. Stop showing up if you don't like it. Let's proofread really quick here. Z-Lux, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I do appreciate that. Welcome back. That's just the zero sympathy response. When people ask me why I tended to play SCG events as opposed to Grand Prix, did you know when I played tons of SCG events, I never once missed top 8 going 12-3. 12-3. There were 6 people that missed top 8 at Grand Prix Vegas going 13-2. I top 8'd all of the opens I top 8'd. Most of them were at 12-3. Hey, Amped Phil. I do appreciate that $5 donation. Thank you very much. Have you ever played Settlers? I assume this was supposed to be Settlers of Catan. I go to a family reunion every year. We have a day where we just play it. Yeah, Settlers is like I always describe Settlers as like the introductory Euro game, basically. It's like the game that like can ease people into playing Euro games. It's very, very good. So here's the thing about Storm. Storm going off is different than KCI going off for the same reason Jeskai Ascendancy going off is different than Storm going off. You know when you can concede to Storm. It's deterministic. You don't know when you can concede to Jeskai Ascendancy and KCI for a very long time. You have to sit there and watch them diddle with themselves for a very long while. I think I just Bant Charm this. And then we're going to get to untap these two here, and I can path this next turn. I'll be live at 9 a.m. tomorrow, Justin. 9 to 3. Risk is okay. You have to pay taxes on your Moto winnings. Only if you're cashing them out. So your Moto winnings technically don't have any cash value. The things, if you read the Moto EULA, and you probably should read the Moto EULA for reference, like you're playing this game. The Moto EULA says none of these things have any value, just for reference. All right, so here's. I'm gonna gamble here a little bit. I'm gonna hope that they don't have 2 more bolts. If they have 2 more bolts, we're dead here, which might be playing a little fast and loose. So if you do sell things like to stores like MTGO traders or other people, you're supposed to claim that money on your taxes, and I do. because I do things by the book. Hopefully this is just a 2-mana spell. This is just a 2-mana spell with, yeah, perfect. So we've got Negate and Cryptic Command here. Ooh, that might be the game. That might be a GG. That might be a GG, chat. That could, oh baby. Cult member festivities will start at 9 a.m. and will continue until at least 3 p.m. All right, Justin. All right. I think I'm thinning a land out of my deck here with this. Alright, let's start with this. We're looking for ways to gain health here. I'm sure that means we're gonna find a Tireless Tracker when we can't actually use that to gain health. Alright, so getting to the trials is great here, right? Because that basically lets us gain 3. Emblem here. Do I want to make a 4/4? Yeah, get out of my house. The friend, hey, the gang's all here. Well, the gang is almost all here. Technically Jace wasn't here yet, but he was gonna show up eventually. Jace is fashionably late to the party. All right, let's stand up. Stand up. How's everyone doing? Happy Father's Day to all the other fathers out there. Happy Sunday to everybody else. Appreciate everybody tuning in this morning. Hanging out, gonna play some Modern Leagues before the Grand Prix coverage starts. The Grand Prix is limited today too, right? So maybe we'll play more Modern after the Grand Prix is done, or even after the Grand Prix starts. Pretty easy. My camera is tilted and it's annoying me. Alright, let's do that. I think that's good. It's not tilted anymore. Perfect. Alright, easy mulligan here. 1 land and Terminus. I'm gonna keep this on the draw with Scry. I'm gonna bottom a non-blue source. So, that's a comment people make about this deck a lot, is that it's got a lot of 2-ofs in it. What people, I think, that make that comment don't understand about Modern is that control decks in Modern are about having your answers line up ideally into your opponent's threats. So, like, while this deck has a lot of 2-ofs in it, if you just look at the card names, it has a lot of 4-of effects. So, like, for instance, we have 4 sweepers here. We have 4 planeswalkers that generate card advantage at the top of our curve. We have 4 3-mana cards that turn into card advantage. So like, while yes, there are a lot of 2-ofs if you're only looking at card names, if you're thinking about what the cards do, we actually have a fair bit of consistency in like what the text boxes of the cards do. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, people talk about your sideboard being a bunch of singles. It's like, well, it's kind of all singletons. Like, there's a lot of effects here that are just like overlap each other, but like certain ones of them are like marginally better in different spots. So like drawing, Supreme Verdict is better in some positions, whereas drawing Terminus is better in others. And hey, Arcatur, thank you for the 7-month resubscription. Thank you for keeping me employed. And a big shout out to all my subs. Remember, I wouldn't be able to do this without all of y'all. So thanks for the continued support. As a thank you, we rolled past 1,500 sub points over the weekend. So as a thank you to everybody that helps support me here and make my gerb a reality, not this weekend, but next weekend, I'm going to be doing an entire weekend log of Hogland streams on top of my normal schedule. So I'm planning to stream for 12 hours on Friday and Saturday next weekend, and then a little bit on Sunday morning as well. Just gonna burn this path now. We could get Spell Pierced here, but I think that's fine. Yeah, exactly. Like Meddling Mage and other things are just like marginally better. Yeah. In fact, I think a lot of these control decks kind of struggle. They are playing Bant and we gave them a forest. Well, that feels bad. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. You know what's really good against Spell Queller? Terminus. Terminus is really good against Spell Queller and Sulphur Spirit. Hey, Mr. Mose. Thank you for the brand new tier 1 subscription. I do appreciate that. No, they'll almost certainly post top 16 lists at the very least. They just like had a long day and they probably didn't feel like doing it at the end of the day. Have sympathy for the coverage people. Their days are long and largely thankless. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and Field of Ruin here and then cast this. Maybe I'm just gonna hold up Mana Leak. Yeah, 32 is not very common. Usually it's 16. Happy Father's Day. My son likes to play Fortnite and he finds you up and he says, hey, look, we found some candy and it's, oh, that's great, Puttmaster. I see we're playing the dice to Blood Moon Mirror. Kinda. The deck that we're playing actually isn't that bad against Blood Moon by and large because we have 7 basics and we have Sakura-Tribe Elders and Nissas to help find them. So do I want to Serum Visions here? I think so. If they Queller this, then we can Verdict them next turn, which would be nice. And I definitely just want both of these cards, I think. Nah, that's a lie. I'm going to bottom the D-Sphere, but I'm going to keep the Path. I'm going to keep the Path here. I think both of those decks... I think both of those decks will continue to exist if Stirrings gets banned, Grapple, which means banning Stirrings is a good decision. If at any point you can take a deck that's tier 1 or possibly better than tier 1 and ban a card out of it to let that deck still exist but exists at a lower power level, in my mind that makes it a good ban. That's very, very good. That's how you can and should manage the format. That's how you can and should manage the format. You shouldn't ban Splinter Twin. You should ban Deceiver Exarch, or you should ban some key piece to the strategy that makes the strategy less oppressive, but still allows it to exist. That's how by and large they've approached a lot of Modern. Drogskull Captain. All right, so I'm gonna Mana Leak this because if they pay for the Mana Leak, I get to Verdict them next turn. I'd ban cards from tier 1 decks if I thought those decks were too strong, yes. What's going on, Manny? Good morning. That Humans is exactly what Merfolk wanted to be. Yeah, Humans is like a good Merfolk deck. It's like a deck that has aggressive draws, but also has actual disruption in it. Oh, look at that. A backup Verdict for later. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Sweeping the spirits away. Sweeping the spirits away. Sweeping the spirits away. Good morning, Full Metal. What you got? What you got? It's gonna be an upkeep snap path this, and then they'll play some kind of disruption, then we'll untap and Verdict them. What you got? Getting quelled, yep. And the reason why we do this during my opponent's upkeep is because when they have a Spell Queller like this, now the Spell Queller can't attack me this turn, so I'm only getting attacked for 2 now. If they have a second Spell Queller, we're going to die in a blaze. But if they don't have a second Spell Queller, we get to clean the board out again, which would be nice. Forest is actually a sweet draw here because it means that if this verdict resolves, our Snapcaster Mage comes in. And we get to snap Serum Visions. Whoa, that resolve. I was not prepared for that to resolve. So do I want to target Serum Visions or do I want to actually target Path to Exile? It's probably just Serum Visions, right? I could be really conservative and target Path to Exile because that way I could path like a Rattle Chains if they have it here. But I think I just want to draw some cards. Let's do the Time Warp again. Do I want these cards? I think I don't want the Tribe Elder and I do want the Path. I feel like I'm part of chat, but I've never seen you live. Well, PJS, welcome to a live one. Hope you're having a good day. Well, that's exceedingly unfortunate. Do I just Time Warp here? I think I'm just supposed to Time Warp, digging for an untapped land to snap Verdict. Okay, that's true. That's true. Yeah, it's a good point. So I'm casting this as like free explore, basically. Just like draw a card, start my next turn. Alright, well, I guess it's just Teferi. And then we're going to be like pathing this token. God, this whole game has just been like the story of like not drawing enough lands. Okie-doke. Alright, so we're going to untap 2 white sources here. So that way we can path their Angel token. And then hopefully next turn we can snap Verdict. Here's hoping they like Spell Queller this first path, so that way this Verdict gets extra value. Alright, don't have a third one. Don't have a third one. I need this opponent. I need it real bad. Alright, here's hoping there's a Terminus on top of our... If there's a Terminus on top of our deck, we probably can't lose this game anymore. All right. Ready to take one for the team, Snappy? And if they had another Queller, they would have quelled us last turn, right? Because it would have guaranteed killed us. So this should be resolving. Yeah. There's someone who values their time and understands when a game is done. God bless you, opponent. You gave it the college best there. They gave it the college best, but they were ultimately bested. So Bant Charm seems... I guess Bant Charm's removal that also counters Collected Company, so it's probably fine. I don't really think any of these other cards in my board line up well. We've got like this one Wrath of God that's fine, and everything else is kind of mediocre. Is it just a mana leak? I think it's just a mana leak here. Blessed Alliance for killing Geist on occasion seems fine. Path is important for tagging Spell Queller. No, I don't think E's very good. I guess it's just so much mana. That's true. Getting EE quellered is kind of miserable. The very first... You want to come say hi?
He wants to say hi real bad.
You want to say hi to the internet? Come say hi for a minute.
Mommy, you want to go there?
Can you say hi, internet? Can you say hi?
Eggs.
You got eggs?
And marshmallows.
Do you want to show the eggs to the internet? Show them your eggs. Your eggs are pretty cool, huh?
Your trains are
Yeah.
Blue, orange, blue, orange, blue.
Orange and blue. Orange and blue.
Yes.
All right.
Ready to go upstairs?
All right. Go upstairs, Mom.
Jake, your trains are upstairs. Come on. Let's go get them. You want me to carry you?
Welcome back. Kid cameos are okay on occasion. Our opponent's sitting here making us wait anyways. But everyone's having a good Sunday. Happy Father's Day to Father's Day haircut. I don't know. We'll cut their hair at some point. I'm counting that as the wife. I don't know. Christy didn't actually appear. She, you definitely count that as a kid's cameo. Look, I understand my children. If there's anybody in the world who understands that my children are loud, it is me. Three and 4-year-olds have basically two modes: asleep and loud. Those are their options. Those are the only two toggles they have on the back of the box that are listed. All right, yeah, that seems good, right? It kind of sucks that we have one of our basic forests. Hopefully we don't draw the second. Just keep this. I could hear the children even though the mic was muted. I'd believe it. The door is closed and they're on another floor of my house, and I wouldn't be surprised if you could hear them faintly in the background at certain points. Still loud, yep. Life is exciting. You have to be loud to let people know how exciting life is. Children could definitely be loud even while eating. I agree with that assessment. Ew, Twisters, thank you for the 3-month resubscription. Or your name has a 3 in it. The brand new subscription, Twister 3. Know there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Welcome. I wish the toggle went to sleep a little more often. Mostly they just get stuck out loud. Alright, we got 4 great draws in our deck, chat. We've got 2 Supreme Verdicts and 2 Termini. Give me a Termini. Termini. Don't. Actually, Terminus wouldn't have even been a full sweep there, right? Terminus would have been countered. It would have killed both of these, but they would have done that. Wrath of God's not good enough because these are curse catchers. Wrath of God does not do it. Terminus would have killed 2 of the 3. Now Terminus will be a full sweep. We could also just die this turn. Is another Drogskull Captain lethal? A Drogskull Captain hits us for 8-11, so we'd go to 1 if they have a Drogskull Captain here. It's quiet when they're scary. What are you doing? What are you breaking? All right, so the fact that they're getting a pass with mana up here means that Supreme Verdict probably isn't lethal anymore because my opponent's going to have a Spell Queller. So now Now we're looking for a Terminus. We did not find one. Alright, well let's cast this and see if they kill me. I assume they're gonna sack this, play another spirit, and then untap and kill us here. Things are not gonna get better for us. Let's run it back here. Run it back. Turns out not impacting the board and just playing lands means you're going to die. Weird. I wouldn't be surprised if this matchup was tough for us overall. Yeah, I guess this Explosives is probably like marginally better than a Mana Leak. I don't know. The Explosive just seems narrow. Seems fine. It's got a Verdict and a Time Warp in it. Definitely have good windows where Verdicts usually. And like with Path to Exile, Verdict gets better because Path to Exile lets us interact with Spellqueller and Selfless Spirit. Hopefully the Serum Vision is going to drag us kicking and screaming into our next couple of land drops here. Alright. Yeah, I'm interested in both of these cards, right? I have this already, so we'll go Shock, Tribe Elder. I actually probably won't crack the Tribe Elder on 2 because I want to draw the Sunpetal Grove on top of my deck, right? So I'll probably go Shock, play the Sakura-Tribe Elder, and then like just go back to our next turn so that way we can have our 4th land guaranteed. Resolves. I think I'm actually going to play the Tracker out here because playing the Tracker out means that I can have my best chance of hitting my next couple of land drops here, which is ideal. If I have to sweep it away, it's whatever. They did see 2 Snapcaster Mages in the second game. People in Modern like to overboard this card against decks with Snapcaster Mage in my experience. I don't really care about that one. Hopefully we hit a... I was hoping to hit a land naturally there. Land, please. Please, I would like to draw land. Well, that was like best case scenario, right? Let's make 2 more here. Hold Mana Leak up still. Correct use of this Tracker. Tracker drew 3 cards, which is great. We should have Legacy coming up soon, JMP. I think Tuesday is probably going to be a Legacy day. I guess it depends on what happens tomorrow. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I feel like tomorrow could involve bumping some decks up. Alright, well, we're going to wrath the shit out of this board next turn. We're going to attack for 5. See what they do. They might even chump block here, honestly. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I think I'm going to Time Warp, actually. If we draw a land, it lets us get a couple of extra draws. That's unfortunate. Hey, JMP with the 50 points here. Happy Father's Day. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. I'm going to get a little greedy here. Land. It's such a tilt. Let's attack with this. Because this Tireless Tracker is actually going to have them under the Abyss here very soon. Hope I stream late tomorrow. I actually can't really stream late. Depending on what occurs in the morning, I might pop back on in the evening, but I have something to do tomorrow afternoon about 3:30. So I have a pretty hard cut about 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So this tracker is going to be lethal next turn, so they have to chump block it. I guess they could have a path to exile too. Sure. Yeah, I agree. I think there's a pretty good chance they board path out in this matchup too. I like this deck a lot. We've played it a bunch on stream in the past. They caverned the wrong one. Well, I guess if they didn't cavern the Selfless Spirit... If they didn't cavern this, I'd have countered that and then they couldn't have played the other one. Oh, I could have just Terminus too, huh? I guess I could have just Terminused. I'm obviously wrathing now. I should get a clue first, though. So they have 2 cards here. I have 5 cards plus 2 cards in the bank. I have a bunch of spot removal. Geist of Saint Trash is their best possible card here, and I have a Terminus to clean that out. Resolves. Am I shocking to play Steve here? I don't think so. I think I'm staying at 6. Morning, Tino. Well, I mean, that's a 2-1. I think the conservative play here is to play this and make an emblem, probably. That's fine. Just give that the D. You could have rattle chains here. Nope. They have no hope and no. So we've beaten Burn and we've beaten Bant Spirits. I would just like to say thank you to everybody who coming hanging out here this morning. Hope everyone's having a great Father's Day or a great Sunday to everybody out there who doesn't have kids. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I stream Magic 30 plus hours a week here on this channel. We play a ton of Modern. We play some Legacy. We play some Vintage. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are quite literally the people who keep me employed. They're the reason that I'm able to stream as much as I do. If you're not familiar with Twitch, subscriptions start at $4.99 a month, or if you're one of the many people in the world who has Amazon Prime out there, if you link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, you'll be able to subscribe to a channel of your choice every single month for free. That's included with Twitch Prime. You can also support myself by supporting some of my wonderful sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. Love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags there. And of course, myself and all the wonderful mods here would like to welcome everyone to Hooglandia. Please talk to your friendly neighborhood moderator about receiving your complimentary timeout. We have not played Owling Mine yet today. We are the decks in the queue. So like if you see us playing Bant Friends, the next deck says Owling Mine and then Black Green Rock. That's the order we're going to play those decks in. So I try to keep the stream title updated with the order and the decks that we're planning to play unless someone does a cut the line donation. This part pre-recorded, it's not. It's live and in Technicolor. So if someone were to subscribe while I'm shilling about subscribing, I would stop and thank them. I really like this deck. Is it a brew of mine? No, someone submitted the core of this deck list. I forget how close or how far off we are. It's not, actually, I know where the core of this deck list came from. The core of this deck list is from the Mox tournament, from the last Mox championship. One of the players there played a Bant control list. And this configuration of this deck is a viewer submitting configuration. It has a lot of small changes that I'm not sure if I'm a fan of. Like, I was playing a couple of Courser of Kruphix in my main deck that I like. Actually, one of the things that's a little silly here is this mana base is wrong. If you're going to cut Courser of Kruphix from this deck, you should probably cut Flooded Grove. I'm also not a huge fan of Snapcaster Mage in this deck. I like a couple copies of Explorer for extra ramp. Since I'm new to this stream and not the YouTube channel, I would like my first time out. We got you. We got you. There we go. There we go. I am standing. I am currently standing. I think it seems pretty good. It needs some more mana, but we got a Serum Visions to hopefully help us find that. March 19th. I thought it was the same day in both. Someone else the other day had said it was the same day in both, but I believe that they were wrong. All right, so we're going to bottom a second Supreme Verdict. I'm actually going to top this breeding pool, though, because the breeding pool allows me to snap Serum Visions on 3 to hopefully dig for some white sources. Tron! No Lava, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I know there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Welcome. I'm going to snap Serum Visions on turn 3, and my opponent's going to cast... No! You don't have turn 3 Tron... Is my opponent supposed to file for compensation here? Oh, they're playing bad Tron. Everything makes far more sense now. I was really confused why they didn't have exactly what they needed, but they're playing bad Tron. Chalice for 1 resolves, opponent. Deal Areno. It's always so terrifying when your opponent goes Tron land, map, and then they're like, nah, brah, I'm Eldrazi Tron, it's cool, I got you. Is there anything I should know? You should know that it is a thin margins, low power level deck that if you play poorly, you're not going to win many games with. It's unlike a lot of the modern decks that are good. Fairies is not a deck that's going to carry you to victories on the back of the power level of the cards that it's playing. Sorry, I haven't seen Percy.
Oh, he's
I know.
really upset about it.
I know. You should keep track of his trains. I'm pretty sure it's not in the car. Alright.
Else to look, though.
Can't hurt. Alright. I think we're just passing here. Yeah, we're missing Percy. There's like 3 copies of Thomas upstairs, but we need Percy specifically. Trinus Sphere. Okay. Can you please show me on the doll where Storm touched you, opponent? You just so we can reflect it for the court. I do have a second basic waste still. Steve-O costs me 3 because of Trinus Sphere. I was like, I could hold up Bant Charm, but I can't. We are but 1 land away from flipping this Nissa over. Yeah, Bant Charm is flexible. And like when you're trading Bant Charm for like 3 and 4 mana threats, it's like not that bad, right? It's like when you're trying to down trade Bant Charm for like 1 and 2 mana threats that it gets pretty miserable. Laughed a little too hard at the Storm reference. Thanks for the big Snapcaster. All right, I will take 1 land, please. I mean, that's basically a land, right? The friends are assembling, chat. The friends are assembling. And this is a temple. Yep. So we could get Smushered next turn. I think that's a risk we run. If we get Smushered, we just like verdict them, right? It's like it's not that big of a deal. Coiling Oracle Tribal. Yeah. Alright, so Nissa down. Hopefully they attack Chad here. I assume Nissa's dying. They're attacking Chad! You're attacking Chad! God bless you, Chad! Taking one for the team. Yeah, that Chad, he's such a team player. Oh, look at that. We have replacement Chad and replacement Nissa. That's great. That's great. Oh, look at that. You don't even get a mana reshaper trigger. Take your trigger and shove it where the sun don't shine, opponent. Get out of here. They have another Smusher. That's fine, that's fine. We'll just play replacements, Nissas and Chads next turn. She already drew 3 cards, opponent. Congrats. She drew me 3 cards and gained me 5 life. Nissa's a good gal. You're a good gal, Nissa. We need an update on the Percy trade. I'm not sure if any of you have ever experienced a 4-year-old, but when you're 4 years old, literally everything that happens to you is the worst thing that's ever happened. Because your life is so short that not that many bad things have happened to you lifetime. Did anyone play the Black Sweeper Life's Finale when Birthing Pod was legal in Standard? That was like my... Do you have a third one? Alright, well, here's hoping Chad takes one for the team again. Here's hoping Chad takes one for the team again. Come on, Chad. Come on, Chad. Just take it for the team. Yes, Chad! You're such a team player, Chad! You're such a team player. God bless you, Chad. Just eating all the fat ones today, Chad. We appreciate you. Did you see that? I like that from the opponent too. The old confirm Moto Works attack. He'll make sure, do a little unit testing. That's sad. What do we check? Could this be a concession, Jace? Is there a non-zero chance this is a concession, Jace? I feel like it could potentially be a concession, Jace. Gosh, that's good. Gosh, that's good, chat. No, it's fine. I've got this Bant Charm. We just need our Teferi for the whole gang to be here. Oh, I should have played the Flooded Strand, right? So I could shuffle. Should have played the Flooded Strand so I could shuffle. I'm gonna destroy this artifact here. This is my favorite part of the game. The part of the game where, like, the game is long over, but my opponent doesn't want to concede, so I get to continue playing Magic. It's my favorite part. So we're gonna put these on top of our deck. And then we're gonna plus Nissa, put the Flooded Strand into play, and then we're gonna play this Flooded Strand, and then we're gonna make some clues. It'll be all blues clues up by. Yeah, am I gonna get my Twitch taken down for showing this? You think I could get in trouble, chat? Is this frowned upon? Feel like this might be frowned upon in certain places. Oh, yeah, just, oh, baby. Hit me, baby, one more time. This deck is great. Can we just talk about how great this deck is for a minute? There's so many sweet things to be doing in this format. There's so many great things to be doing. I would like to appreciate if we don't make rape references like that in my channel. That's not appreciated. Oh no! Oh no! We flew. Yes, Declan.
Dad, you want to put the ball as a ball?
Does mommy know you're down here?
Yeah. I got 2 minutes.
You got 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, chat.
Put the ball down here. The ball is in the toy box. In the box.
Oh, you need the ball?
The ball is in,
Oh, okay.
in the closet. In the closet.
I think I know where the ball is.
In the closet. In the
The
closet.
ball's right there.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Can I play me?
Nope. Mom will play with you upstairs. Go. He's like, I don't know where the ball is. And I was like, it's right there. Oh, sorry. Oh, I could cycle a clue for a mana leak. Yeah, that's true. So let's do that really quick. Get one shot at a leak here. Never forever for. Oh no, chat. If I would have fetched one of these untapped, we could have played around. I think we're still okay here, but we're gonna be a little bit worse off, right? So if I would have fetched one of these and shocked, and maybe I should have. Our life total was just like enough, right? Our life total was just like high enough. Sorry, you know. Alright, what are we doing? I think I'm just supposed to be... What are we even supposed to be doing here? So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I think I'm just supposed to plus this and just like Cryptic and Snap Cryptic them out of the game. Pretty sure that's what we're doing. Put that on the bottom. Yeah, I think so. If I play a Tribe Elder here, I don't have enough up. Oh, I do have enough to Cryptic Command even with the Tribe Elder, so that's probably fine. Although these don't actually find anything, right? I guess they just start attacking. Tireless Sphere is not really doing anything, right? Like, it's kind of annoying, but I feel like it's not what's going to beat us, right? So opponent basically playing for the timeout at this point. So I get to play Teferi and plus, and then still hold Cryptic Command up. And like again, if I would have been playing slightly less fast and loose, this game wouldn't even be this close. This will untap 2 lands for us. Outbreak with the $10 donation. I'll check that in a second while we're sideboarding. There's a non-zero chance that this match could come down to timing out, so I just want to be a little conservative here, since I messed up and kicked the ball. They could go get a Ghost Quarter here. Another Eldrazi Temple, sure. Does Eldrazi Temple... That lets them cast Ulamog this turn, right? I definitely... Non-zero chance I should have bounced one of their lands here. Colonnade got tapped because I used it for mana. I wouldn't play in a Grand Prix, so that's my answer to that question. I play Magic for fun. I don't find Grand Prix fun. Colonnade and Teferi. Yeah, I think that's fine, right? Why would I want to bounce Sanctum? I don't care if they go get another Ulamog. Can you put this towards Naya Escape Shift? 10 out of 10. Thank you for the bits. So... I'm going to Snapcaster Mage Bant Charm here. We didn't Cryptic the Ulamog because I want to put Snapcaster Mage into play this turn so I can kill my opponent in the next 2 turns. Hey, look at that. Look at that. That's right. There's Time Walks in our deck. Alright, now I just need to try and not time out here. I'll read that donations message in half a second. Don't cut the time warps from this deck, chat. They're really good. They allow you to win. They allow you to, like, go nuts with your planeswalkers, and they win games out of nowhere, just like this one. It's like, alright, how about we do it again? Alright, we had a $10 donation. You are a possibility store. I'm back in the queue. Looking forward to see you, Squid Mama, some fools. 10 out of 10. That deck is great. This is game 1, so I am going to need to play a little bit faster for the next 2, for sure. This is definitely a wet ball matchup. I don't think this is a Stony Silence matchup. Does their configuration have... I feel like they don't quite have enough things that I'm interested in Stony Silencing. I also like don't have that many cuts that I want to make here. I think I'm going to trim Snapcaster Mage just because they usually have relics in their deck. We are 2-0 in this league, and we're up a game in this third match. Stirrings has been living on borrowed time just like Mox Opal for a long time. I feel like I like all the other cards in our deck right now. Is it nuts to cut Serum Visions just because they're a Chalice deck? I feel like that's not crazy. Feel like that's not crazy. I could see Rune Halo being okay here too. The problem with, I really don't like Rune Halo in this deck. The problem with Rune Halo is that like, if we name Reality Smasher, the Smasher still just like kills our Planeswalkers. So like I still have to answer their thing. So I think Jace is important for generating card advantage. The opponent's deck isn't super fast most of the time. And the fact that Serum Visions gets cut off by Chalice of the Void is a real thing. I generally would like to ignore Chalice more than try and answer it, I think. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Get to grab Temple Garden with this, and then basic planes, then I have 2 verdicts here. By that I mean we're going to get turn 2 Thought Knot Seared and cry ourselves silently to sleep. Now, I think Negate is exceedingly narrow in a matchup like this. I'd rather just answer those things with, like, Cryptic Command, I think. I think Negate's fine against, like, classic green Tron, but I think against Eldrazi Tron it's, like, pretty bad to bring in. Just, like, exceedingly narrow. Like, there's very few high-impact cards, but, like, by and large, I think you can just play through them. And a lot of their deck doesn't play those high-impact cards until the mid to late game, which gives you time to find your Cryptic Commands. I think I would leave in Mana Leak before I brought in a card like that. This is fine because we have 2 Supreme Verdicts. Honestly, they're definitely going to take a Verdict. I'd say they could take Cryptic Command here, but Verdict is far more likely. I'm going to fetch a basic planes with this, then probably fetch shock a Hallowed Fountain with this, and then cast Verdict next turn. So again, just like doing our best not to time out here. I'm down 2 minutes currently. If this match goes to a game 3, we could definitely use most of that clock. I'm going to give everybody a great piece of life advice. Just don't read Reddit. People... Ban Gerbag Egler, right? Oh, God. Chalice of the Void, sure. Yep. Sure. Our draws have not been spectacular. It is a quite interesting combination, Link Master. You are not wrong. All right. Well, good news. It's looking like we're going to have plenty of time for game 3. Pretty obligated to counter a Chalice here just because we need a path to exile if possible to resolve. Damn it, Bobby! Damn it! Resolves. The emotional swings, chat. I don't know if I'm prepared for the emotional swings that this game is generating. It's a lot on the old heart. All right. So you're saying there's a chance. How many basic wastes do these decks usually play? Is it just 2? Does anybody know offhand how many basic wastes these decks usually play? I feel like it's often just 2. Well, Teferi gives us a good one here. I feel like I'm supposed to just Teferi tuck this, right? Because that way, if they have Reality Smasher next turn, I get to activate my Sun's Champion. Because if I Teferi and plus, and they Smusher him, I then can't use the Sun's Champion. Now, I don't think we draw first because of Reality Smasher. I think we're just supposed to tuck. This gets punished by exactly Walking Ballista. Oh, I did expose my Field of Ruin to the Ghost Quarter. Yeah, that's wrong. What's going on, Darth Steves? Wow, that's good. Am I supposed to field here? I feel like I'm just supposed to slam the Elspeth. Oh, you know what? I can put this land into play, and then I can untap these, and then, yeah. So what am I fielding here? Am I supposed to field them off of Tron? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm supposed to field them off the Temple. Because this keeps them off all his dust for a turn. This also shuffles the Spyglass away, right? They have a 3rd basic waste and another Temple. Alright. Yeah, looks like we're getting all his dusted. I mean, the good news is they have nothing right now. Tron, Peace, Ulamog. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I want to shuffle the Spyglass away. No, I know Spyglass is the top card of their deck. This isn't over. We could draw a Teferi or a Detention Sphere. Sure. I am catching up on clock. I've also got that going for us. No, we have 13 minutes. I've only been playing this game for 3 minutes, and I'm going to catch back up on clock here. So I'm actually gaining clock equity by continuing to playing this game. My opponent's definitely making more decisions than we are from here on out. That's really unfortunate. Maybe Iron. Message me in private and let me know what you're thinking. Wonder why they put this on 2. This could also let us find out if they have more basic waste. So 3 is the number of basic waste that they have. That's good to know. Yeah, maybe. All his dust into Karn, into Smasher, into Smasher. Let's take a do-over here. I think I'm happy with all the choices I made. I could maybe see Mana Leak being fine since I have a couple Field of Runes to attack there. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring in the Mana Leaks. Maybe. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, let's just do it. Just run it back. Someone asked what changes would I make to this deck. I wouldn't play this build. I'm really not a fan of the small changes that the player that submitted this build made. You should look for the last time we played the Banned Super Friends list on my YouTube video. It's got, it doesn't play Snapcaster Mages. It plays some copies of Explorer. It plays some copies of Corsair, Crewfix, stuff like that. So look on my YouTube channel, search Banned Super Friends. There's a bunch of videos on there. Now, I don't think Runed Halo is good in this matchup. I don't think Runed Halo is good in this deck. I think Runed Halo is a really mediocre Magic card. It's fine in general, but like when your deck is leaning into Planeswalkers, naming their creatures and letting their creatures still kill your Planeswalkers is really bad. My body is ready to draw 4 and 5 drops and never draw a third land. That's how this game's gonna go here. For those of you that have never played Magic before, kept a 3-lander on the play. Gonna never draw the 4th land and die. Gave my opinions on Negate. Feel free to get out of here. Gideon, I literally just talked about why Runed Halo wasn't good, and then oh chat, we're not gonna rant about it. We're just gonna time people out. No, I don't think so. Maybe it's fine. Yeah, we'll take one more draw sip here, but if we miss again, we're gonna pack it in. That's not good enough. That's Magic sometimes, you know? Magic's a game that has variance by design, and you're gonna lose a lot of games where you keep an okay hand and you make reasonable decisions, and just none of them matter because you don't have enough lands or you have too many. Them's the beats. Sakura is how I would say it. Sakura. Delta U and permanents you control. It does protect Planeswalkers, doesn't it? Look at that. That's really expensive, though. 4 mana is infinite mana. Like, so here's the thing. When people... No, they just get to watch with tape over their mouth. It just means they can't do anything. Correct. Hearthstone has much less variance than Magic. Hearthstone's current standard format is very low variance compared to Magic. What was I going to say? So, one of the things people like to do, and this is like the type of deck that this type of deck this type of deck attracts, is that when people a lot of people have suggestions for changing cards or adding cards to this deck, the thing that they often do is that they want to add more Tireless Trackers, they want to add more Planeswalkers, they want to take more cards that you're going to die with in your hand and add them into this deck. And that's not what you want to be doing with this deck. Two Jace, 2 Teferi, a couple of Time Walks, a couple of Trackers. Like, the 8 to 10 pieces of top end we already have is already more top end than most of the grindy decks in Modern can be. This deck doesn't need more things that are clunky. It needs ways to not die so that it can bridge the gap to survive for the bombs it already has. Father's Day bits. Thanks for the bits, J-Robes. Welcome. Wild Nakatl. God bless you, opponent. God bless you. So, Time Warp is at least a pretty low cost of inclusion style card because Time Warp, what's the words I'm searching for? Time Warp at least replaces itself and then untaps your lands when you cast it, right? So, like, it's if you can get to 5 lands consistently, which my deck with 4 Sakura-Tribe Elders does do that, it's hard to die with Time Warps in your hand because you can basically just cycle them for free. I don't think I'm pathing this. I think I'm just taking a look here. Second path, still no sweeper from us. Probably going to need to take the Wild Nakatl off the table this turn. Opponent understands what this game is about. Shun Shamaru, thank you for the 5-month resubscription. I do appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. So, yeah, I think we get rid of this at this point. We just don't, especially without Courser in our deck, we don't have any really good way to buffer our health total, so they have like Blossoming Defense here. MTG Dads do it better. D20 Bandit, thank you for the 2-month resubscription. Welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. It's one mana. It's a Gorklad Rampager. Alright, I guess we're pathing that one too. I guess I should have waited until we got to... Should have waited until we got to blockers to give them a chance to do that. So they have no board, and we're at 14, and we have a Cryptic Command up, so we're actually in an okay spot here. They're passing the turn. Holy gosh. Unless their hand is like 12 points of burn, we're in an exceedingly good spot. Grab a Breeding Pool here. Incoming Carnage Tyrant. Stop it. Someone said they posted the top 16 of the Grand Prix, and there were 36 copies of Ancient Stirring from the top 16 of the Grand Prix. Them's brainstorm numbers, ladies and gentlemen. Them's brainstorm numbers. They had a... Gosh, I hope we finally get rid of that card. Maybe Mox Opal. I'd settle for Mox Opal, too. Earth Shaker Kenra. Earth Shaker Kenra. Yup. I think I'm just attempting to block with the Colonnade here. I'm gonna get pathed and be like super sad, but I'm gonna try and block here, I think. Or get like Gorklan Rampagered again. I think this is my best line. I think this is better than trying to Cryptic counter draw. Maybe I'm supposed to tap draw for the turn to like try and hit Terminus or Verdict for next turn. I actually think, we were talking about this card in Discord the other day, and I actually think this card's pretty good in Modern. That went well. They just have a bolt for this, that's fine, because I have another Cryptic Command next turn and this gained me 6, basically. Yeah, that's fine. Sweet, we have a Path to Exile too, so that just like cleanly answers this guy with his Unearth. Details on the Discord are here. Mana Leak's a pretty medium draw. We need one of our sources of card advantage at this point. We're looking for Tireless Tracker, Jace, Teferi, Nissa. Even little Gideon would be okay to a degree. Would really love a Courser, but those aren't in our deck. Like, Courser is the type of card that's just, like, excellent in game states like this. Courser is the type of card where, like, once you stabilize in a game like this, it puts the game completely out of reach for the opponent, not only by providing a blocker, but also by providing card advantage and health. So this Mana Leak is not good. Yeah, I'm really worried about just getting burned out here at this point. They're through 2 bolts, but they could have things like a Tarkus Command or Lightning Helix in their deck too. Depends on like how much zoo they are versus how much other stuff. Another Earthshaker Kenry here is pretty scary too, because they could play it, we can Cryptic it, and then they can Unearth it. So there's value in holding lands for a tracker, but I have double Cryptic in my hand, so like getting to 8 lands so I can cast 2 Cryptics in the same turn is a big deal. And this is definitely a little bit unfortunate for us, right? Like we're through like 20 cards at this point without any of our finishers. No, Tribal Flames we would have seen a 4th color by now almost certainly, and they probably wouldn't have room for 5 basics in a Tribal Flames deck. They could have Paths in hand. I think having Paths in hand is a little bit unlikely. Okay, this makes sense. So I'm going to Cryptic, tap their team, draw a card here. And then next turn, Steve can trade with Earthshaker, and Cryptic can bounce the token when they eternalize it. This deck is bad against spell-based combo decks by and large. Decks like Burn and Storm and stuff like that. This is not the style of deck I would play at a competitive tournament. I think this deck's just not proactive enough to be good consistently in Modern. Take a 10-minute break, Mike, and read what Eternalize does, please. I'm gonna fire up this Colonnade and try and block here. We could get double... If we get double bolted on the Colonnade, that's a win for us. If we get pathed, we'd be a little bit sad. And I'm just gonna trade the Tribe Elder here. I don't need the land. I want this off the table more than I want them to have a land. I believe I played a land. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I played a basic. Flooded Grove, maybe? What decks would I take to a competitive tournament? I would take something proactive, something linear. Something like KCI, or Storm, or Tron, or Jeskai Ascendancy combo. I want something that's going to give me free wins when I sit down at the table. Griselbrand, yeah. Something that when I sit down at the table, it's going to make some of my opponents go, ugh, you're playing that deck? Because that deck is very good. I'm not a huge fan of Amulet Titan. I feel like it's kind of clunky and awkward. Amulet Titan always feels to me when we play it that it's one of those decks where it simultaneously has too many lands in some games and not enough lands in a lot of others. Hey, Duntix, thank you very much for the brand new Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for helping keep me employed here. Possibility Storm. Yeah, the Possibility Storm deck's a good example of a deck that, like, gets some free wins. So we're going to Cryptic, unsummon this draw card. Hopefully we can find another source of card advantage here. Come on. Come on, deck. Oh, yeah. All the memes and streams. Thank you for the 3-month resubscription, Twiggy. I appreciate that. What fun decks would I take to a tournament? Like, what kind of tournament? Are you talking about F&M? Then just take whatever deck you want. If you're talking about a competitive tournament, I wouldn't take a fun deck to a competitive tournament. I would take a deck that if I was going to invest the time and energy to go to a competitive tournament, I would give myself what I felt was the best possible chance to win. But that's by and large why I don't go to competitive tournaments anymore. I have more fun just like playing sweet decks on Magic Online. I mean, to be fair, at least the opponent's flooding out a bit too here. We did path them 3 times, but like they've drawn a good number of lands. Like Jeskai Ascendancy is a good example. I genuinely enjoy playing the Jeskai Ascendancy deck. And you could probably argue that that makes me a bad person, but it's the truth. I like the Ascendancy deck. Alright, so yeah, here we go. Here we go. The gang's all here, chat. The friends have arrived. So I'm gonna brainstorm with this Jace. Knowing that they could bolt it. Because if they bolt this Jace, that's basically a win for me. Because it's not a bolt that's going to my face. I'd rather they kill Jace than me, basically. With Precognition Field? Yeah, definitely, Deuce. Field seems sweet. Alright, we're one friend off of all of them. I don't know. Mana Leak might do something at some point. Please, Helix my Planeswalker. Damn it. I think we're dead, chat. I think we're dead. Hey, Gorgia, thank you for the $15 donation. I do appreciate that. For the Possibility Storm, 10 out of 10. Yeah, it just took us too long to get going here, unfortunately. Maybe I should have emblemed the Gideon. Maybe the Gideon was high enough that I should have emblemed him. That's probably the case. It's probably the case. And again, like... ran a little bit bad there. I think I should have emblemed the Gideon at the end. I think that should have happened. We were actually dead. We went to 5. We were good. I am just. That wasn't lethal. It's all right. Why did I concede? I don't know what I want to cut here. Leaks are pretty bad. I just don't want to play this deck anymore. Let's just move on to the next deck. I don't like this build of this deck. Let's just move on with our lives. Chat is correct. The Naya was bubbled. Unless they had a card in their hand, I was not dead there. So I technically wasn't dead on board. You are correct that I technically wasn't dead on board. Everybody in chat can have some validation, and I was not dead on board. I don't like this build of this deck. I think this build of this deck cut a bunch of the cards that I liked having in the deck. So I'm not done with this stream. I'm just moving on from this deck. We're gonna play a different deck. Yeah. What's different with this build? Where I don't. What's different? Go to the YouTube channel and look at the YouTube channel. There's a couple differences. I'm not playing Snapcaster Mages. I'm pretty sure I cut the mana leaks. I have Courser of Crew Fixes in my main deck. I'm not playing awkward cards like Rune Talo. So, yeah. Yep. I was dead on the inside. Yeah.